actually used when there is a shortage in water. Alright, Karen, are you focusing on the back here?
Yeah.
Seem to be lost. What was the last word I mentioned just now? Drip irrigation. Alright, we're on the same page. Awesome. Now, our next focus for this session will be why use the drip irrigation system. Yes, we know that it saves water, but why? Yes.
It saves time.
It
and
saves
energy.
time and energy compared to what? Which type of irrigation
The
system?
manual
The
irrigation.
manual irrigation system. Because when we compare the manual to the drip, you have to bend your back, and if you don't know proper practices, like we did in the previous class as well, if you don't know about proper practices of bending and lifting, you will strain your back. So manual is more difficult. Then we have the drip irrigation system, which we just turn on a simple faucet. We allow the water to flow from the tank or from the pool or from any storage area, and the water just drips slowly but surely, and we're saving our water. Then, I know most of you are asking yourselves, Miss, but you want to ask me the question, but you're asking yourself, how can we set up this irrigation system, Miss? Like, that sounds hard. I know it's going to be easier later on, but it sounds like a lot of work. And I know I mentioned that my father would have done so, but the irrigation system is very simple to set up depending on what you are looking for and the size or plot that you're planting on. So the first thing that you would want to look at, the first thing that you think about when you are deciding to set up a drip irrigation, you have to first think about the layout. Think about how you're designing this. What are the plants that you're going to be putting on these beds? Think about that first before you just go and waste your money, put in pipes, all kind of things, and then it's useless. You have to organize your things. Choose your method of commencement. So those things would be things of nature, like the availability of water. What are you going to get your water from, right? And then, once we get those things and we set up our pipes and we set up our plants, we disperse our water. Are there any questions for me? No questions?
Yes. So you mentioned to choose your plants wisely, right? I would think, let's say I'm planting cucumber, right?
Yes.
So the cucumber, would would drip irrigation system work well with it? Because I know that it has a lot of vines and so on, and
Correct.
you
Yeah,
have to
everyone.
reach the area in which you want water. Would it be wise, can you use drip irrigation system in cucumber? It will work well?
I think it will work. Remember, the initial idea of a drip irrigation system is to make sure that the water is reaching the root of the plant. So once it's getting there, it will work. Here I have an example of what the drip irrigation system looks like, and you guys are free to look at it and pass it around.
This, I saw this before, I saw this. My neighbor, he set up one of this. Nice. I like the way it just connects, you know.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the compliment. Here you go, Carrie Ann. You can have a look at what irrigation system looks like.
Morris, Messiah.
Awesome. All right, so class, that brings us to the end of our lesson. I know you might have thought it was a bit long, but it was some very important information, and I hope that it was interesting for you. So next class, I'll see you at our agri session. Thank you. Miss.